Welcome back to the Half Hour of Power. I am Joe. Brandon is here.
Yo, Joe. What do you know?
It's 2025.
Oh, yes. Happy New Year's, everybody.
First show of the new year.
Oh, yeah. Good old New Year. Go
So-
away with the 2024 and the beginning of the new 2025.
Here comes. We're going to start again with a horror film for the new year. We're going to go with Nosferatu.
Oh, wait.
Nosferatu just came out.
Not this Nosferatu.
So we are not going to do that Nosferatu yet, but we will. We actually were trying to make this, fit this into the last bit of 2024, but that didn't happen. So here we are now. Things happen, holidays happen, sicknesses happen. But here we are.
It's happening now.
So I have seen the new one. Brandon, have you not?
I have not seen it yet.
Brandon has not seen it. So here we are with the 1979 Werner Herzog Nosferatu with the magnificent Klaus Kinski. Brandon loves Klaus Kinski.
Do not love Klaus Kinski.
Was your first? We did do Nosferatu in Venice.
Which was
You remember that, right? So that was that is a
you get it.
it's a semi sequel to this in name only. Klaus Kinski sports golden locks, if I recall. Right. I mean, he's got long flowing hair, right? We were excited about it.
It was gray and blonde.
It was long golden locks.
Silvery locks.
Silver, gold, but because he didn't want to do this makeup again, I think he looks better in this Nosferatu. But Brandon, I know you're like disappointed that I didn't go straight to Rotten Tomatoes on this movie. What do you think the critic score is?
I'm gonna say the critic score 50.
That's right, Brandon.
50.
94%. That's right.
What?
You are right. 94%. Okay.
This back in the day, I guess.
Here is it. That was a little uncalled for. Sorry about that, everyone. What do you think the audience score is for this movie?
Let's see. The critic score got a 94, so I'm gonna say the audience score 60.
That's exactly right. 83. You're doing great. I know. I don't understand the scores either. I don't like this movie very much.
What was they watching? Is that European or American? Is that worldwide?
Gee whiz, Brandon.
Say it.
I'm sorry, everybody. I don't know what's Brandon's problem today.
Say it,
I don't know why he would say something like that. That's cruel and mean. I'm sorry. Don't start the new year with this cruelty and meanness, Brandon. We're about love and joy and happiness on this show.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And so is Brandon. Brandon is too. But this film does not spread love and joy and happiness.
Not to me, it don't.
I know a lot of people love this film, as shown in the Rotten Tomato scores. I do not love this film. Brandon, what do you think of this film?
It's trash.
He thinks it's trash. I don't know that I would call it trash.
I call it trash.
It is slow. It is a slog.
It's boring.
I used to own the VHS cassette.
See, he used to own it. See, used to.
Well, to be fair to all my VHS tapes, I did get rid of all of those and only kept a few. And I got rid of this one because when I I bought it. I had seen. I can't even remember how long it had been, but I remember kind of liking it, and I saw a nice edition of it on VHS when they were putting out these really nice hard clamshell editions, and that was one of them. Like, oh, I'm gonna get that, and I got that. I was like, what the heck did I watch the first time? I don't like this. It's just a little too slow for me. Doesn't do much. Kind of, I don't know. Maybe there's not enough talking. Lots of rats. Everything turned red at Brandon's hut there. Lots of rat torture. As I said, I have seen the new one, and after I saw the new one, it did cause me to rethink this one. Oddly enough, which I'll get into a little bit more when we get to the new one. Once Brandon sees it and is in awe of its splendor. But of course, this stars Klaus Kinski, directed by Werner Herzog. Mr. Herzog, pretty prolific filmmaker. Has made quite a few documentaries here of late. The cool one about cave paintings. Oh my gosh, what's that? Oh, I'm just so horrible. I'm doing horrible right now. I really like that. Oh, it's really a nice one. I did not paint that very well, but it was very. Oh my gosh! And of course, I don't have that name up there. Okay, he directed Bad Lieutenant Port of Call. I don't know why he would do that, but there's Rescue Dawn. That was pretty good. I did see that. Cave of Forgotten Dreams. I'm sorry, that's what it is. The Cave of Forgotten Dreams, the cave painting ones about the caves in southern France that has the oldest known pictorial creations of humanity. Sounds a lot better now, huh, Brandon? What do you think now? Suck on that.
Somewhat. I mean, it's like okay.
Also, Grizzly Man. That was a pretty good one about the guy that got killed by grizzly bears. But then you go back and back and back and back to the 70s when he worked with Klaus Kinski a lot. You got the Wrath of God. I did see that quite some time ago. I remember that was pretty good, but now I'm afraid to go watch that again.
Yeah, you might as well keep it where it is.
In case I didn't like it. It's like, man, I don't know what I saw, but yeah. So he's got. I think he's got a pretty good style, although not for this one, not on this one, not for me. I think Klaus Kinski looks great in this.
I mean, he the makeup and stuff was great.
He looks great. I think the sets, I think the costumings, yeah, all of that.
No. The cinematography was not that great neither.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm just saying. Okay. It wasn't. I know a lot of people are gonna be on like, oh my god, he's just so evil and rude about it. Well, I'm sorry. If you had to sit through this movie twice like I had to, then
you didn't have to.
I had to.
He didn't have to.
Yeah, I did.
Why are you lying to everybody like that, Brendan?
I did have to. I had to do it. I had to watch the movie. I can't say I don't like a movie or like a movie if I don't watch it.
You gotta watch it.
Yeah, you gotta watch it.
I've still probably seen it more than you have.
Of course.
3 times I've seen it.
Oh, wow.
So that was over the course of quite a few years. So, you're like over like 2 days or something watching this, right?
No.
Yeah, probably.
A week.
This does have, it's pretty, I've heard it described as contemplative. And I think this quote, I think is a fantastic quote. I just wish it was a better movie that this quote was in. And when I ran this past Brandon, he was unimpressed with the quote. He's not going to acknowledge that, but he was. Okay, here it is. So this is, they do use the names from the Stoker novel. They just call it Dracula, and but it's a remake of the 22 film Nosferatu, which of course we all know the story by now that is a version of Dracula changed the names and everything to avoid copyright issues. But here is this quote.
Mhm.
Dracula tells this to Harker. Time is an abyss, profound as 1,000 nights. Centuries come and go. To be unable to grow old is terrible. Death is not the worst. Can you imagine enduring centuries, experiencing each day the same futilities? Guess Brandon hasn't changed his mind. He doesn't like that quote. Not
No,
feeling very deep. No,
I say this. Hearing it again, it does sounds a lot more. It sounds a lot more good. It don't sound like a love story.
that's not about a love story.
Yeah,
That's not what that quote's about.
I know what I'm saying. It is different. It didn't need to be in the movie.
Yeah, that needed to be in the movie.
It didn't need to be in the movie.
That quote should be in the movie.
No,
Yeah,
another.
it was very good. I thought it fit it. I thought it fit this one pretty well.
Well, I
There's
mean,
a
I know the
lot of odd.
director.
There's a lot of odd stuff in this movie too. There's
Well,
like,
the director. I mean, he was trying to. He did a good job on mimicking certain scenes from the original.
ouch,
What do you mean? Ouch.
mimicking.
Okay, copying, but
Out.
I mean,
Yes, go on.
I'm scared too.
I know it's a horror film. I know we get scared at horror films sometimes.
Oh my goodness. Um, a good rendition of the movie that he portrayed.
Sure,
Yeah, I
sure.
couldn't come with nothing else, and she done shot me down twice, so I could come with nothing else.
What? No. You can see Klaus Kinski there in the background, Brandon's background.
Hmm?
I think he does look great.
Oh,
He's a odd looking man to begin with, but in that makeup, he looks fantastic with the ears and the non-flowing locks, the darkness around the eyes. He's a creepy looking dude already, but yeah, with that makeup, very good. He's got an interesting look about him. What do you think about the look of Count Dracula in this, or Count Orlock, or whatever you want to call him?
I mean, I'm like this. There's Count Olaf and there's Count Dracula. Count Olaf is a totally different creature than Dracula is to me.
Yes, but how do you think Count Orlock looks in this film?
It looks pretty good. He looks good in the film. I'm not gonna front and lie and say he doesn't.
Finally, getting Brandon to say good things about this film is what my goal has been. I've had to discuss with Brandon that just because you hate a film, you can't find some good things in films you hate, you don't like. I don't like this film either, but I do acknowledge there's a few good things about it, and I can see why people love it so, why they like it. I mean, it goes about the plague that he spreads to Wismar pretty well. The rats, they're not CGI. Not CGI rats. They're real
Is the CGI
rats.
rats in the movie? Is that why you said that?
No.
Oh,
The townspeople are going nuts about the plague. Van Helsing does a little bit more in this than he did in the 22 version, which,
the 22 version.
okay. Yeah, I mean, he really doesn't do anything in that.
In the 22 version?
Yeah.
What 22 version? Let's say the 2023 version. Let's say the 2022 version.
Brandon is in rare form today, trying to hurt my head.
I didn't see the 22 version. I saw the 2023 one. I haven't seen the 2022 one.
I'm sorry, everyone, for Brandon's hate speech about the original Nosferatu right now.
Oh, 1922. You got to say 19. That's twice. That's twice he did that. That's twice.
He knows he's seen that version I'm speaking of, and I
Oh
do
my
find
God.
enjoyment saying 22 and seeing if he notices. So it's our little game amongst friends,
my
everyone.
God.
Everyone, we hope you all found some enjoyment with that. Brandon, I can't really think of anything else to say about this film. That sounds odd. I guess the score I liked a little bit. Some of the music in there.
The score was good. Okay, that's two things I like.
Yeah, so I mean, of course, the ending is still pretty good. It's the same ending as the 1922.
No, it's not.
version.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
I'm talking about how they dispatch Count Orlock.
No,
Is the
not.
same.
No, it's not.
Now you're gonna have to watch it a third time. She keeps him there until the sun comes
To the
up.
sun, then he balls up in the corner.
Yeah, and that's what she did in the 1922 version.
No,
Brandon.
1922, the sun came out and he disappeared.
Well, that's what dispatched him in this one too. So
He didn't disappear. He fell on the floor like a dying cockroach.
Brandon's gonna bang his head on the theater seat when he sees the new Nosferatu, if he thinks this one is far off. I can't wait. I hope he videos himself banging his head on the seat when he sees the 2024 version of Nosferatu. I can't think of much else to say about this. Just, if you haven't seen it, you're kind of curious about it, I would recommend you check it out, because just because we didn't like it doesn't mean you won't. Brandon, you're not into that, are you? Recommending movies you don't like to people?
No,
I'm into it.
No, I recommend for everyone to suffer like I had to.
See, Brandon thinks you'll suffer. I'm not so sure. This wasn't a suffering movie for me. I mean, it's not Avatar.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but would I ever watch this again? I don't know. This is one of those movies I don't like very much, but I'm with somebody and they're like, yeah, I've never seen that 1979 Nosferatu. Joe, would you watch that with me? I might do that. That might be how I watch it again, but on my own, I probably wouldn't watch it again.
If I had to choose to watch this or Avatar, I think I'm going to just go to sleep.
So if your son said he had never seen this and he wanted to watch it with his father, you would tell him no?
No, I'll watch it with my kid.
There you go, everybody. And I think with that, as Brandon has alluded to, there is another version of Nosferatu that came out in 2023. Is that right?
It's true.
So I think we're going to talk about that one also. And then we are going to, hopefully by then, Brandon will have seen the 2024 version of Nosferatu.
Well, since we snowed in, hopefully I'll be able to watch it.
Yes, we are recording this during the giant blizzard of January of 2025. And then hopefully in a few years there won't be another version of Nosferatu. I guess they're trying to catch up with just regular Dracula versions. We got to catch up. We got a lot of ground to cover.
Yeah.
But, all right. What should people do if they like what we're doing?
If you guys like what we're doing, like, subscribe, leave comments, follow us on Spotify, iTunes, and Rumble.
All right. We'll talk to y'all next time.
Later, guys.